I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and time don't matter to me, 'cause I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I'd rather be. I got heartaches in my pocket, I got echoes in my head, and all that I keep hearing now are those cruel, cruel things that you said. Oh, I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and time don't matter to me, 'cause I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I'd rather be. I got bruises on my memory, I got tear stains on my hands. In the mirror there's a vision of what used to be a man. I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, time don't matter to me, 'cause I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I'd rather be. Oh, I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and time don't matter to me, 'cause I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I'd rather be.
So we just stayed in the town of Laura, 200 population. We went to go camp, do a free camp down by the river, which we're about to drone at, and saw a sign that said baits in this area. So we turned around and came to a small little community campground, which, you know, was nothing special, but it
Off the road.
and helped us get a place to sleep. Whoa, we got the H.
Let's turn that off, by the way.
Yeah.
Oops.
But yeah, it was a really nice stop. We got some power, which we needed. So now we're all powered up. Got 2 half tanks of water, which will be plenty, so we don't want to tow too much weight. And we're just gonna go as far north as we can go today. It's gonna be a big drive day, maybe a couple stops here and there, but we're gonna take our time on the way back home.
Headlights on for safety. Drive to conditions. And here we go, baby.
Here.
Wee-hoo. Oh, the other one doesn't bear close.
I should pull over into there.
What?
To lower their tires. There's that dust. All right, Handy Sam, you're up. What's going on, Handy Sam?
Well, we just got on the dusty, bumpy road. It was PDR, so we're letting the air out of it. So we're not bopping around. Dropping them down. Not too sure.
See how we go.
See how we go. What are these numbers by?
Here comes a tsunami of dust. Oh boy. Oh boy. Look how red that is. They're gonna gravel all of this. Here we are, the Hann River Roadhouse. Started hitting red dirt. Pretty rural. A lot of birds. Flat. Going to be trading off red dirt roads to paved roads for the next wee bit. Got a ice along black, some small chips. Hit the road. It's beauty.
Head for the sun, follow your footsteps, edge of the world, right to your doorstep, home, anywhere you wanna go, beyond the stars, out where the sun sets, we'll find the light, and we'll keep it our secret, oh, anywhere you wanna go. Down any road, anywhere you wanna go. I'll show you my world.
Bouncy roads.
Show you my world. Show you my world. Outrun the dark, keep our eyes open, mountains we cross, sail every ocean, no, anywhere you wanna go, I'll show you my world, show you my world, show you my world. Show you the world, darling. Let's leave it all behind. We'll keep the sun shining and let it tell the time. Anywhere you wanna go, we'll show you my world. Show you my world. Show you my world.
Is it actually that strong? Good girl, Bobby. Oh.
It's okay.
Oh, you got her muzzy wet. Oh.
Here we are at the Morteon Telegraph station. This was a little stop that we actually didn't even anticipate, but we saw a sign on the road, on the red dirt road, that said coffee, and of course Samantha was like, let's stop. So we've stopped, we've picked up a bit of lunch. We're gonna go sit down in the shade over here. It is about 30 degrees. The red dirt road it's just amazing, it's everywhere. We're heading towards Bramwell Junction and then bypassing the old Telegraph Road all the way up to the top. We're not sure if we're going to go all the way yet. We might stop off at Bramwell for the night and then do all the way to the tip tomorrow. Beautiful country. It's flat. It's arid. The roads are just this beautiful red, as you would have seen. Lots of dust, lots of roadkill, which I may have mentioned already. and the beautiful birds, eagles just flying literally everywhere, eating a lot of the roadkill. So yeah, we're just really enjoying it. It's very peaceful. You don't see too many people, although we are at a station right now, so there's obviously quite a few here. But really enjoying our time and the drive. So after a nice little lunch stop, we stopped a little bit longer than we anticipated. We met the caretaker here at the Morteon Telegraph station who explained what life was like during the wet season here. And essentially everywhere around here becomes little islands because the rivers overflow. And on that walk that we just took you on, or that I took you on, the water level rises almost all the way to the houses, and you are literally stuck here for 9 to 10 weeks. You can't go anywhere.
Which makes sense because along the road, every mile or so, there's a creek crossing. A dried creek crossing, obviously, but to see how many creeks are around here once they start filling up. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy to think about.
Think flash flooding, think monsoon rains, and this place just completely changes. So I thought that was really interesting to hear how they live. They bring 3 months worth of food supplies, which they keep up on the highest level, kept inside of coolers, and they just basically survive for 3 months.
And the crocs come up with the water.
The crocs come up with the water. So there's a little creek. Yeah.
The area, the land, the housing.
Which concerns me that we went swimming in that little Archer River creek yesterday, because told that they can come up there too. So we're going to be super careful about doing that, even though there was like 30 people swimming in there yesterday. But that's all it takes. All right, we're off to Bramwell Station and then determining whether or not we want to go straight up to the top or if we're going to stop for the night. This is the dust that gets kicked up when you're driving, and this is the result. Why are you laying in this red dirt? So we've found a little hidden camp spot right on the corner of the old Telegraph track, and we're going to go to Fruit Bat Falls in the morning. There's a couple waterfalls about 2 to 8 kilometers away, which will be a nice morning drive. I'm going to cook a little dinner. It is just red dust everywhere. It is just getting in. It's happened to enter in a little bit, not too bad, but it's all part of the excursion and all part of the adventure. So dinner, nice early night, and then a morning explore. We've unhitched, and we'll hitch back up. We should be able to make it to the top tomorrow. Watermelon. How much was this? $2? Oh. so peaceful. Just noticed it last night that there just wasn't a sound out here. It was so tranquil and quiet. And I don't know if it's just because of where we're at, like it's just a super remote area, but no birds, a couple insects making noises, but it's really quiet. And it's already 6:45 a.m. So really interesting that the landscape can really impact the sound of all the animals and birds. But one thing is clear is that it is quiet, very peaceful. Yeah.
We can float along the water from the rivers to the sea, go and drift away with the tide. We could sweat all through the summer and the winter we could freeze. I'll be there through it all at your side. So go on, lead the way, I won't be far behind.
So we've come to Eliot and Twin Falls. Dogs are not allowed here, so we are taking turns to go and experience the waterfalls, and it's a nice little alone time, which we don't get that much of, so I'm going to enjoy it. Yeet.
Excited for a future and all the days along the way. I'm ready for the change in altitudes. We'll be out there together through the shine and through the shade, through the good and the bad times too. So go.
Take two and action. Well, we've just had an awesome morning. It's noon. We unhitched last night in this little campground area and drove four-wheel driving on the old Telegraph track, which was really cool.
Exciting.
Very exciting. We didn't do the whole thing, and we certainly didn't do any of the crazy stuff, but we drove to Eliot Falls, had a swim, which you would have just seen, and it was really magical.
Poor little Poopsie had to stay in the car though. But...
Yeah, no dogs allowed. So we had to trade off. And now we're heading to cross the Jardeen River, which we've heard about. I think it's a barge crossing, but we're not quite sure. And then we're going to unhitch on the other side of that. I believe from there it's only maybe an hour to the tip, but it's already 12 o'clock. We're going to take our time. We'll probably do a full day tomorrow and go explore. Yeah. Yep. So Samantha's been a little bit grumpy.
Got a massive headache.
The roads were so brutal coming in yesterday. It was unbelievable. One section.
I think when like something inside of me, one of my organs dislocated or something. That's how hard and bumpy the
Like it was so bumpy. You're driving less than 20 kilometers an hour. It's so bumpy.
It's just painful.
It was getting even for me, the driver. So we've made it to basically close as we can to a caravan park. We plugged in last night. We are driving to the tip right now, finally.
To Cape York.
Cape York, right to the top.
Pajinka.
Pajinka,
I believe
is how it's pronounced.
The name.
God, is this what I look like?
The original name.
With a shirt on?
Who is he?
So...
This is my shirt, by the way. Speaking of shirts. This is my father's shirt, and I wore it today because we're gonna go sprinkle some of his ashes. And I just so happen to have the t-shirt, or it's actually a little western button with pearl buttons. So yeah, I thought I would wear that in honor of our ash sprinkling today.
I think it's a really beautiful moment to take a moment to appreciate it. It's been almost 10 years now, coming up on 10-year anniversary.
Wow.
So, yeah, northernmost point of Australia. All right, let's do it. Here we go.
Yeah.
I think if I could get you to do one thing, I would say when you get to the point that you really feel highly motivated to just towards keeping your virtue, then you'll discover quite quickly just how extraordinary a life was meant to be and could be. And it's just we get so messy. It's not that we're doing lots of wrong things, but our mind is so messy. We don't keep it simple, and we end up making the life that we're living so inordinately complicated and completely unnecessarily. And it's such a shame to end up feeling in a real muddle when actually you ought to be having the time of your lives. It doesn't actually take very much to make the deepest part of us incredibly happy. You know, just to be here, just to appreciate being here. To feel that you're alive, to be in touch with your heart. That's it. That's it. It takes mindfulness to come to a human life. And then above that, it takes mindfulness and virtue to come to a fortunate human life.
Tip, the northernmost tip of Australia. A quick little swim, although feels crocky. Didn't go too far in. 3.5 months to make it this far north. It's a good feeling.
Chance to be part of this happens briefly. The invitation is not to show how inventive and imaginative you are, but how much you can notice what you're already part of. And appreciate it and share it. Care about those that are around. Look out for their welfare while you're looking out for your own. That's it. And then you'll get to the end of it having had an awesome time, knowing that that was something you'd recommend to others.
So I just did a morning workout here on the beach and thought it was rocks staring or popping out of the water. But as I walked closer, and the tide's going out, so this would be the opposite. The rocks would appear more, but they just disappeared up. There it is. That's a crocodile, holy shit. Right out there, swimming along. That is a crocodile. Oh, baby. It's gone. Ha! There it is again. Right there. That is a crocodile. Oh shit. Oh.
You all know this place inside where it's alright. You all know that when you let me go, it's not this black hole that you drop into. You all know it. Why can't you do it? You know, the world is creaking under the strain of this enormously complicated mass of humanity. And actually, you know, it's really simple. You know, when you came here, we came here with a sense of awe and wonder, dying to just see what it's all about. You know, it's like, what would it be like to be down there in Earth? part of it. And you came here with this sense of wonder, and somehow the wonder of it wasn't enough, or you stopped wondering at it and started wondering about yourself. And in your wondering about yourself, you forgot what you came here for, what you came to be a part of.
So we've just left our campground and driving through the small town of Umagico, and there's a big funeral going on, and I feel really like, I don't know, that we shouldn't be here, because it seems as though everybody in the town is coming to a house to pay tribute to someone who's just passed away, and it's a really kind of touching and beautiful thing to see literally the whole town walking to somebody's house. So yeah, felt like I just needed to appreciate the moment and send whatever positive vibes I can to this small community, and off we head south. This red dirt road is bumpy and long, painful, and we're just doing the best we can. Look at this red dirty dirt. How you feeling?
Not great.
Wow, what's going on?
All of my organs have relocated.
Now, when I say it is bumpy, it is bumpy. This is right by the Jardeen River. This has been the worst patch. We're on our way back down. Just as bad on the way up. And you see cars just fly past and you're like, how are they doing it? But we're taking it slow and steady because we've got the caravan. We've got a car coming, so it's going to get dusty. Trying to get Georgia to wee, but she ain't weeing. All right. Green trees on the left, red, dusty ones on the right. So we just had an awesome stay at Bramwell Tourist Park. There's a decent amount of people here. It's a nice station. A lot of people leave their caravans here before making their way up to the tip. And there was live music last night. We didn't partake. We were just too knackered from all the driving and just couldn't be bothered, but it did sound like a really nice time. They do a good job of big meals, which we also didn't do because we didn't want to pay $45 per person for the meal. But beautiful property. Not quite sure where we're going to stop tonight. Maybe the Hann River, or maybe we drive 4 or 5 hours to Hann River House, or Roadhouse, River Roadhouse. Anywho, yeah, glorious little stay, and off we go. Yep. So we just passed a truck driver. He was kind enough to let us pass, and as we passed, he said, "Oh, you're dragging a bag." This bag was being dragged. Luckily it was upside down, so nothing fell out. It's just our tarps and random stuff, but yeah, I wonder how much those bags cost.
They're not cheap.
Yeah. Fuck. Maybe you can sell it. Alright, let's get going.
I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and time don't matter to me, 'cause I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I'd rather be.
so here we are in Pajinka. Just did a quick clean on the way back from the northernmost point of Australia. As you can see, I found big water bottle, lots of tin cans of beans. We've got ants trying to make their way into the car, rope, Red Bull. There's just so much rubbish out there. Again, if everyone just picked up a couple pieces of rubbish when they go hiking, when they're on a walk on your way back to the car, it can make a big impact.